Hello, welcome everyone to Saturday stream with casual Shogi study. How was your week so far, guys? Hello, Melkor. Heya. Hi, Timon. How are you guys? Doing well? Music. I got some kifu from Eon for us to study. We could take a look at that. And yeah, whatever you guys want, we can study casually. Yeah, so Eon said this is the pro Kifu. This is Tanigawa Sensei first win since he got his Eisei Meijin title. I think it's pretty special because it's rare to give Eisei title when the player is still active. Yeah. No, well, that's something we would have to discuss. But so I thought it might be nice to celebrate it by reviewing his Kifu. Here's a couple of the reasons why I love the game. This Kakugawari and light speed endgame was there as well, so might be interesting to watch indeed. So the ace, I think I will need to check exactly what he meant by this, because ace, it means the eternal title, like a title that you get technically after you retire or after the player is dead. So even though they're given this, it's not used unless there was some exception, but we would have to take a look at it. Indeed, he has some title like this. Let's see. That's actually news from 2 months ago. There were some people with the AC tattoo before, apparently. Now the question is, why are they using it? Hello, Werfels. How are you guys? Yeah, I'm just reading this. I'm totally getting distracted, but if you guys want to study something or like look at the Kifu immediately, if you have any questions, you can, of course, ask. Hi, Contenti. Saturday night. Exactly. So if we were to translate this page so that you guys also can read angielski. Ceremony, commendation, acknowledgement of 17th master. Therefore, I was confused about calling myself a master while still active, but since it was a turning point and the age of 60, I'm grateful to accept it. So I guess because he's 60 years old, this is why it was given to him. And indeed, he's 60 years old, according to this page. Okay, that could explain it. So it must be a very unusual rule. Yeah, usually you would be given after that player retired, stuff like this, but it seems because of age, it was given to him. Interesting. And this is the game, apparently, where it's his first win after he got the Ace title. And yeah, we could celebrate it by watching the Skifu indeed. Alright, there will be move Bishop drop 5-4, which is important in thematic response to Hayakurigin, because it's double Hayakurigin, no Koshikage shenanigans. It will be easier to understand. And Muse was thrilled to watch Taniga's specialty lightspeed technique. Taniga couldn't afford to give his opponent many pieces to attack because his king was uncastled. He extended his fin attack against a very white king, surrounded the opponent using pawns, and finally traded a silver for knight to deliver a decisive blow. His opponent never got a chance to counterattack. I could almost see Taniga's pieces swarming the enemy king at the speed of light. Alright, we're gonna take a look at it. So Tanigawa Sensei Heisei Meijin is on top. And his opponent is somebody I know very well, which is Takano Sensei, 6 down. We're gonna take a look at it. Maybe that's good. So yeah, we're not gonna exchange this pawn because of this bishop's head weakness. If we push take take, immediately we push take and pawn drop under the pawn, capturing the bishop. It would be horrible. So we need to defend, and here this is why Sensei have a chance to defend the rook pawn exchange as well. It's a famous Joseki. And bishop exchange, yeah. The edge pawn. Why in this timing? I don't know. But if we don't push this pawn might be extended, so it seems natural that it's defended. And we have the silver climbing up, yeah. We have, of course, option to go for Bogin, option for go for reclining silver, and Hayakurigin, rapid advancing silver. This is gonna be the theme of this game. And here it climbs, yeah, rapid advancing. Both sides do the exact same thing. And here we don't defend the edge for some reason. We prefer to push this move. This move could indicate that against silver for a 6-4 and the attack on the our silver's head, we will have the option to push this pawn to disturb the silver, yeah. Apart from this line is kind of open. It's kind of scary, but maybe that's the idea here. Yeah, so as said, if you don't defend the edge, the other side will extend, take all the space, yeah. The king is coming here. You can feel how narrow it will be here. So minimal castle, yeah, modern shogi's minimal castle. The king went here. The enemy is a little bit aggressive, so we also getting a little bit aggressive. The king is still in the center for Gote, but they took this edge pawn right. Pawn takes, silver takes would lead to a silver exchange, and that would usually favor Sente. But here you have this counter, as Muse mentioned, 5-4 bishop drop. If you're not familiar with this drop, you should be. It's a very famous one. The idea is if you push this pawn, pawn takes, silver takes, right? We want to exchange the silvers. This is when they drop the pawn in front of our rook, thanks to this bishop. And the point is also that in the timing, when there's a pawn in front of the rook, we cannot take the silver, yeah, because it's not a check. So if the king was like this king, 4-2, this technique wouldn't work really well. But Igyoku is actually favoring Gote here, because they can use this technique, yeah? they won't be able to exchange the silvers. Rook will have to escape and the silver will die. This rook is also protecting the gold. I don't know if I should actually explain it. Let me do it like this because I feel like playgrounds. I'm talking a lot, but it would be easier to explain on the board. Can I copy it and paste it maybe? Just a quick edit. Edit, settings, view. Is there a way to copy the moves here? I have no idea. Manage, load. Okay, which doesn't make sense to load it when it's in view, when it should be in edit, but all right. Yeah, edit, maybe. So if we go here, that doesn't work. All right, I really didn't use it, sorry. Give me one more. Load, maybe play instead, and now we can make a branch. All right, that's what we wanted. Thank you, Toad, for the raid. Welcome, everyone. All right, here we were. Maybe I'll zoom in. We're just doing some technical stuff. I'm trying to explain some idea, but that's much better, right? And then branch on. I think that works. Yeah, perfect. So we're explaining that in this setting, this move won't be a check, which means we would lose a rook. And it's also important that in this situation, when we move the rook here, the silver can take the silver because this gold is protected by this rook. So it's very important, yeah? All the piece position here is very important. The rook defending the gold, the bishop here, yeah, both defending the 6-5 pawn, trying to counter. It's a very famous move, but all those position of pieces are crucial. I want you guys to notice that. Okay, so back to the game. We have a bishop drop. Bishop to 3-8 was something you would see in old Kifu. This one, I assume it's both to put pressure on the rook, and in case of the silver exchange, as we mentioned, this time after pawn drop, the silver will be protected by the bishop, right? So I think it's okay. That's quite tricky. So we have this move. How do I change the variation now? Off. Bishop drop first. So if we were to push it, not here, yeah, here, I think what's going to happen again, they're gonna take this silver, but no, we don't have a pawn. I guess this one, blocking the rook forcefully and then retaking the token. There is of course the chance that we take here, they take here, and then we take here. So not very clear. Silver exchange, take, pawn drop, right? Rook escapes. The question is, where do they escape? Here, take, and this becomes a check. So it might be not preferred option. But he chose to go here instead, so that's interesting again. If we were to take this, silver takes this, you know, this bishop line becomes active. So bishop needs to retake, and now it's distracted from this line for a moment, but unfortunately it also threatens bishop promotion. So we have to ignore it. Our bishop will be in danger. We promote, and now so many pieces are hanging. Those two pieces are under attack. This silver is under attack, this bishop is under. This is so crazy. I would expect, you know, we want to take the silver because then we can take the bishop attacking the rook, so that's like 2 pieces. But the moment we take the silver, they will take the gold, and when we take the bishop, they will take the knight and promote the rook, right? So it's not the best option. So what would we do in this situation? There's of course option of taking the token, then the rook will promote. We would have to defend. It will go back. But then going back, it can put a pressure on our horse. Again, that's not a very good option. What would you guys play in this position? What's your idea, guys? Or do you think, oh no, Gotha is already wars off? Here we are, yeah. And pawn promotion. This is how, you know, we study pro Kifu. It's not like we're gonna boom, 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 boom through the whole game. No, we're gonna stop sometimes. We're gonna try to figure it out ourselves. We're gonna try to find the meaning. We're gonna try to challenge ourselves to find a good move. We, of course, you know, there's low chance we're gonna find the proper reasoning or the proper, like we're not gonna think the same way as the pro, but it's a good training, yeah, in order to get stronger. Definitely that's something we should do. Take with gold is Contetti's idea. So again, if we take with the gold, rook will take, and now the question is like, what do we do with it? Yeah. Dragon taking the knight will be very painful. So I would say it's not the best outcome. But who knows? Maybe it is. Rook to b, okay. Rook to b, we're gonna take it, right? Takes, and now it's sent to move again. We might be eager to like drop the rook here or sacrifice the bishop, but they will have a checkmate. Yeah. If we drop the rook here, they drop the rook here, the king dies. So indeed, that would be very, very sharp. Well spotted. And we don't have really other option of not taking that. So yeah, take, and then we would have to defend. Maybe we can use the gold that we've gotten to defend. Yeah, we got a gold for free. So the horse, well, we have two options, put a pressure or take the knight. If the knight takes, maybe the silver can finally leave, or we have a fork here on the horse and silver. Maybe that's like nice, right, for Sente, to have a rook here forking those two pieces, the attacker, the defender. So how about we put some pressure? We cannot because there's a bishop. Cool. So yeah, maybe the gold drop is a good defense here. If take, then the silver becomes, yeah, a little bit free. Of course, we have some follow-up attacks like rook drop, but I mean, our bishop's sabaki, right? So one possibility, yeah. So that's Contetti's idea. My other idea would be maybe drop a pawn in front of the rook. If the rook takes, maybe we can put the horse closer to put more and more pressure on the rook. But yeah, the problem is the token is still there. This time, if we take this and take this and take this time, you know, the horse can come here. Looks pretty much troublesome, right? So the rook maybe goes back. Maybe we drop another pawn. Maybe our horse is on the attack. Take, and it's kind of quite confusing position, right? I don't see more like comments, so let's look what was the actual move. I don't know here. Oh, it was pawn drop. All right, pawn drop 2g trunk. Okay, so that was the actual move. All right. Rook takes. Horse comes in. Rook comes back. Hey! But here, surprisingly, we take the silver. All right. So maybe because the previous variation forces the horse-bishop exchange, yeah. Maybe this variation, you know, our gold runs away from the king, we don't have the horse and it's sent it to move. Maybe it's like not the best. Or maybe the other variation is much better. So the idea is, if they take the gold, we can drop the pawn anyway, right? Tanigawa sensei and Takano sensei. Tanigawa became Eisei Meijin recently, and this is his first win since then. This is why we're watching this game. Takano sensei is it's a shogi pro that teaches shogi at university. He's very good teacher, yeah. All right, I don't know if we should, guys, which board do you prefer? All right, let's keep this as the main line. Oh wait, this is the main line, is it? Yeah, here. Yeah, okay. And here they play down. All right, that's correct. The bishop gets sacrificed because the bishop is hanging. So we sacrifice it, open the square, but it kind of also opens this diagonal for our horse, right? So now question again, what do we do, right? This situation, what do we do? We will have to probably eat one of those pieces. But then our rook will get blocked, right? This is natural follow-up. And this time, the horse is protected, yeah? This square is good because we can promote the rook next turn anyway. If we were to take this, the rook can promote, right? So I assume we're gonna block it. Yes, all right. The way I think about it is, you know, if you have piece advantage, you're winning in shogi. In the middle game, at least. Yeah, piece advantage is good. But even if you don't take the enemy piece, if you immobilize one piece, let's say here, this rook stays in that corner, it's like you've gotten half of a rook value, kind of. We don't have a rook to drop ourselves, but they don't have a rook to use at all. And perhaps we will be able to take that rook later on. So it's a huge thing to block a rook like this. Huge thing, yeah? We have a powerful horse, we have a nice rook, we have a bishop, actually, yeah? And Sente has two generals. They won't be able to attack with just that, right? So now we clear off the talking, because once you have this piece advantage, slow game favors you. So we slow down the game. Sente, you know, because they give up the shogi, they would like to continue punching, but currently they really cannot, right? Maybe they can drop a pawn, try to bully this silver, try to capture it. Let's see. They drop the cards. All right. It's a strong one. So again, the piece advantage is good, but now Sente will try to get it back, yeah? If the horse goes back, the silver dies. If the horse goes here, maybe pawn drop will follow up, the silver die anyway. We could take it, the knight will get developed, and our strong horse will disappear. So what would we do in this situation? What would we do here? Of course, we see moves like take, gold drop, but the rook survives, like still survives by going to 1-7. Guys, what do you think of this position? Do you have confidence for Tanigawa? Or do you prefer Sente? Takano sensei or Tanigawa sensei? Which one do you prefer? think I found another move, which is rook to 2-2. If the horse is taken, maybe we can promote and like retake the rook. But then it's kind of scary because there's 3-1 bishop and stuff. In fact, we don't have to take it because we can retake, yeah. And Conteti's idea is to move back the horse to 2e, alright? So if this is your idea, then maybe pawn drop will happen, right? Once the horse escapes again, maybe we take the silver. Maybe something like this. So we are currently 1 silver down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 silvers for 1 bishop. But we have a horse. Yeah, but then the rook will become alive again. Yeah, it will be able to come back. So we would have to fight with that. Yeah, horse is looking into nice square. Not gonna lie, but there is no 4-wap yet. So that would be this kind of variation. All right, let's see what's the actual one. Horse 5-4. So we allow the silver to be taken. We don't mind. Oh, if I hide it, you guys don't see the moves. That's good. The horse will go here, and I think we lose the silver. Yeah. So what's our idea here? I assume 2-2 rook, maybe? Yes. All right. So my idea was correct. It's just that the value of the horse is higher than I thought, right? This square is a key point in the defense of this king, yeah? So at the price of a silver, it's worth keeping it. That's quite nice, isn't it? Quite nice. So now, of course, we have to either escape the rook or protect it. Let's see. We drop a pawn. This is quite a hard to imagine move. Like you drop a pawn, it seems like a free move. But this will draw the rook closer, yeah, and the moves like knight jump will become possible. So instead of allowing them to do anything, we were like, sure, you drop the pawn here, sure, that's a lot of value. Let me keep this situation as it is, not allow you to activate your knight, not allow you to defend your rook. I'm gonna activate this horse, yeah? This is painful because it's the ear of the king. We know the ear is the weakness. Okay, I have no idea what's the meaning of this move. I have no idea. Maybe put a pressure on the horse itself? Protection against 5-5 bishop or 5-5 horse. So for example, pawn takes, silver takes, 5-5 horse, threatening this lance and threatening promotion. That's what I can imagine here. Maybe putting pressure on the horse, yeah. So again, this is the safest piece, the most strong piece that God has. So Santa's main job is to put some form of pressure on it or like delete this piece. So this move makes sense, yeah? Put a pressure on the horse. But then we ignore this situation and go here. All right. So what changed? Why did it take quit in this situation? Perhaps this is a move that adds a little bit of spice. Yeah, it's like, what you gonna do now? Okay. So I'm gonna continue as nothing happened. And having this move exchanged for this silver drop seems to be good for Gote. So it's like in between move they played. And now we could exchange the rooks if we had to, but we have to consider our king safety, 3-1, rook drop, stuff like that. Or rook drop to 8-2, 8-3. We have to calculate all of this in case of rook exchange, yeah? Wow. I don't understand those moves. I just realized I talked about 7-6 pawn silver takes, but obviously we cannot do it, the horses here. But still, 7-6 pawn, maybe silver going back. This is a huge pawn on the ear of the king. On top of this, if this king won't be able to go on the edge, that's gonna be a weakness. I assume pawn drop. Okay, where are we going with this? Okay. So if the silver goes here, like this king won't be able to escape here, yeah? And the idea behind this silver drop was also to put pressure on the horse, so it makes sense that those silver together climb toward the center. But this pawn sacrifice and pawn drop creates a little bit of square here, so we will have to be careful about bishop drops, yeah? Currently not, because we have a silver drop to oppose it. Oh, Condley mentioned another thing, that the lance is on the line of horse. Yes, that could be it. That could be it as well. Like, both of those line of thinking make sense. I think you're right. This horse, pawn push, pawn sacrifice, pawn promotion will allow this horse to come in. I think you're right as well. Yes, this is the main... Well done, Contenti, well done. And this pawn is pretty hard to retake now, right? Because of that. I see. So if we have this position, try to imagine this. Yeah, the horse looking here. Wow. I'm so not used to static rook. This is beautiful. So we have trouble taking this, right? Yeah, we're gonna play something else. Wow. So yeah, knight gets activated, as we talked about. And maybe this is why the silver is here, to put it here. Put more pressure. The rook will go up so that it's not blocked by a pawn drop. And the knight gets activated. Yeah. So since they're having not enough pieces to attack, they need all of the pieces to join. So knight is very strong piece here. But as you can see, this pawn existence means if silver takes pawn promotion, devastating. So king double protection goes here. And here maybe we should consider what would be the next target of Gote. How can we abuse this king position? Yeah, it's pretty bad. What would you guys do here? It gets complicated. Sorry about that. But I mean, so far it's logical, right? This was logical. Now we create that gap that you mentioned. Yeah, the horse creation. Now Senten is panicking because they need to do something. They activate the knight, right? This is simple. There goes here, it's simple. And now Gotha has chance to do many things. They decide to attack. And this is, again, quite simple. We treat and pawn promotion. The only move to protect it is king takes. Yeah? It's quite simple. So how do we expose the king? Well, if you look carefully, our objective is still to attack the lance. Right? So we will... Okay, silver first. All right. Yeah, I was expecting this move as well. This is complicated though. Defend or attack. I was expecting this move here, I guess. So this is in between move again. In between move, silver up. Silver up is strong because it threatens to take the knight for free. That's this simple. If we just protect the knight, probably this king gets abused. Okay, so knight became the hostage piece. We talked about this on Discord. The silver can take the knight at any moment it wants. So the question is, do we have any nice attack with the knight or not? Yeah, that's something we should start looking for. I don't expect any defensive move. This king is safe enough. Yeah, here we go. So gold takes is the only move. Pawn drop. So those three moves, pawn promotion, pawn drop, gold takes, pawn drop. This is what I expected to be played. Again, if gold takes, the lance falls. Well, it doesn't because the rook is here. The lance will eventually fall, right? So the horse is targeting the lance. If the king were to take it, we kind of drag it upward, right? So now Sente has a Really tough decision again. Do we let the lance hang? Or do we let our king be exposed? Which one will it be? I have no idea. If we take it with the gold, found promotion. Gold takes means, you know, lance is falling. Even if they attack the rook while attacking the horse can make a check, so it's fine. If the gold takes, pawn promotion, rook takes, we continue protection. Take. It's kind of scary, right? Because the rook drop behind the king is quite terrifying. What if they move the gold back? That's also an option, indeed. If the gold goes back. Then they have a nice pivotal point on 8-7, right? At least. Yeah, at least that. Let's see, gold moving back. He was content his idea. So indeed, exposing the king was dangerous as well. It will be easier to capture it, yeah, because you can just surround it like this. So here, bishop line 9. Ah. All right, this is the lightning speed technique. So you guys probably see it. If the rook is not here, if it doesn't exist, we can take the gold. King takes. Horse comes in. King goes back. Gold drop or gold drop. This is way cooler. I agree. I was also thinking about bishop drops around here. But this is way cooler indeed. This is second target as well. The rook may be here. But the pawn promotion, we cannot retake it anymore. Yeah, because king takes his horse takes. Gold cannot move. Pawn promotion suddenly becomes like a huge deal here. That's crazy. And on top of that, I told you the rook is here, but we can promote this pawn and cut it off at any moment. So it's double threat. Double threat, but the main pivotal piece of this attack is the horse, so we can block it off. Is it gonna work though? Well, I expect pawn promotion. Now it's quite difficult. How do we deal with it, yeah? I want you guys also to notice, like, move like pawn 6-5. It's like defensive move. It doesn't change the initiative. Gote will still have initiative. This kind of move is very weak in a way. But this move is very weak for simply because Gote forced it. Yeah, so we would like to have some combo, offensive, defensive move, but unfortunately this is just defensive. So it favors Gote. Here, gold takes its force, blocking the rook, but we might have some cool moves. So the pawn drop is quite obvious if the king takes gold falls. So king has only one square to go here. Yeah? Only here. Isn't it terrifying already? And the hostage piece falls. Silver 6-6 is also hanging in it. So now we take another piece. Let's see what we can do with it. What's the idea, guys? In it, Hegemege mentioned that this silver is hanging. So if pawn promotion gold takes, we can eat the silver. But at this point, we really would like to find a better move, more strong one. Maybe decisive move. Does it exist? Does it not? Is a question we have to ask. Let's see. Pawn takes 6-5, putting a pressure on the servers. Seems like we can take it, but we don't want to give another hostage piece. Server goes up, trying to delete this pawn. Yeah! As the server escapes, we create a spot for the knight. Interesting. So again, we're dancing around this god's protection. The more we attack this king, the less safe this god is, right? And look what happens. We slowly are not able to protect it anymore. This is where he resigns. Yeah, if the king goes to the side... if the king goes to the side... this falls, right? Clearly winning. It's not edit mode, it's just that I was on the resign move, so I cannot change the resign move. If the king goes down, what can we do? Well, I am really eager to sacrifice this horse, for example, like this. Drop the gold. If he goes here, it's mate, right? And then, for example, take the last piece I need over here or something. Or just promote the knight. Yeah, this is Kishi. This is quite simple, right? So understanding that, let's take a look again. How beautifully the game went. Yeah, from here, silver drop. Using this horse to your advantage. In between move. Taking this piece hostage. This was a defensive silver, so we want to exchange it for a piece so that it can become an attacking piece, yeah? Abusing this connection, yeah? The whole time we abuse this god-king connection, the whole time. Here, abusing the god-king connection. Again. It's quite a simple idea, isn't it? Again. And finally going here. But the fact that he inputted those two moves to surround the king is beautiful. Yeah, the fact that we could go for similar line here, but first we draw the pawn. Then we take the knight. Then we take this pawn. This is just attack with pawns, as Muse said. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? Mega says, I found it quite easy to find goddess move in this game from Sente's perspective. Yeah, this is what we call one-sided endgame. So I think you understand now that around here, having this horse became the first objective for Gotti to have. And the crucial move that dictated the tempo of the game was this one. This is what Muse mentioned as well. Horse 5-4 was a very important choice. Yeah? Because everything from now is quite straightforward. I mean, it's not as easy, yeah? It's a pro shogi and it's quite difficult, but once you see the game, once you know what moves were played, it's like, yeah, Sente could do nothing, yeah, quite straightforward. But the fact that Tariga-sensei is able to play those moves, you know, at his age and so on, impressive. Just show you how scary shogi pros are. Pawn 7-5 was great, I agree. I really like the edge attack as well. To expose the king. Like, it's obvious, like, you can make those lines, but it isn't obvious in what situations you should be playing those moves. And Tanigawa-sensei said this is the fastest attack, this is the good one. And this is what makes it beautiful. Yeah. Looking at Sente's pieces, they are stacked up on the right side. Yeah. That's also true. The gold is here. The gold is here, silver is here, so naturally we want to prefer attack there. It's a good observation as well, Hegemeke. Can I also mention that this 9-5 pawn is what enabled this as well? It's crazy. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Should we look at something else? I don't have any other Kifu prepared. But I had to explain what a cow level is in Diablo. All right. I can share the link, of course. Here you go. Do you guys have a feeling for any other study? Did you guys want to study some Tsume Shogi? Particular opening? Do you have anything you would like to share? Or play a game? I will quickly look at this game by 7 Dance. It's always nice thing to watch, like high-rated players, even if they push their rook ear pawn. It's called Sodebisha, sleeve rook. It's an actual strategy. It just really used. Looks a little bit like handicap shogi at this point. What do you mean there is no call level? No. I'm actually searching for one. I got some idea. We're gonna try it out today. There is some place in Diablo Immortal where there are cows. And I was wondering if I do a specific thing, will it do something or not? But we will see. We'll see. Probably not this easy. If it was this easy, anybody would find it, but... In D3? Wait, did I find one in D3? Was it the one with the goblin? By the sick, do you mean like the graphics of it? Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it wasn't this complex, right? Rainbow Candyland. Yeah, but you mean the design, right? Not the way to find it, because the Diablo 2 was... This is crazy to find it. It's impossible to find it unless you know how to do it. The design, yeah, it was quite crazy. Like a Candyland, but a nightmare Candyland, yeah. Yeah, there's a bear. I wanna hug you, and then you murder the bear. Yep. So God is trying to seal off Sente's attack in the center. They're doing a great job. Sent is trying to make Yagura. And yeah, according to the arrow, it will be possible for Gote to at least exchange bishop and silver. But the question is, do we really want to? I'm not sure. Yeah, so there's this place in the Immortal, in the Mount Zevian. There is a big bull boss. And afterwards, there's a bunch of cows left. There's another area with the similar design on the floor of an eye with more cows. So there's clear indication there are cows there, right? I'm wondering, there's something to be done there to unlock something. Perhaps a cow level. But I have no idea how to do it. I just noticed that the same design of an eye appeared in other few places of the level. So I'm just curious, curious. The problem for Senta is though 6-8 bishop is quite inactive, right? The Vanguard Pound on 5-5 is a huge deal. And knight being on 3-7, this guy. That also means that the bishop cannot be moved there and activated. So yeah, that bishop activation is the main problem of Senta, yeah? They would have to exchange those pawns, but this enables us to silvers. Okay, we have a little bit of aggression. Question is it simple pawn exchange, or are we gonna go for silver bishop exchange or not? Maybe just exchange one and go back. Okay. So now that we got a pawn in hand, instead of defending or reacting, we're gonna use it to create an issue point. Pawn takes means we can drop another pawn, because we just got one, yeah? Bishop takes, well, perhaps enable silver exchange. And you know, the center would get weaker. So like silver takes, knight drop, and then maybe we'll be able to do something with it. Rook takes, I think it's an overplay. Yes, we have this bishop drop, but our king is quite weak here. So I don't think this is going to happen. Yeah, we don't have a good... Yeah, I mean, maybe, but quite scary, yeah? To have this rook hanging around this bishop being the only piece dividing it from the dragon. I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, pawn drop. Instead of simply continuing attack, we create more spice again, right? This is a good skill to have. This is something I've been forgetting for all those months. Don't go for a straightforward thing. Make more weaknesses. Okay, and then. So the reason, one of the merits of sacrificing this pawn is if we ever run out of pawns, we can always sacrifice the lance for it and then use it somewhere else. Yeah. So of course we're not gonna take it because it enables center silver, and this is their weakest piece currently after bishop. So we're gonna be like, sure, please come in. I'm gonna counterattack and promote my bishop. It is. It's worth remembering, content. So yeah, there's also a point that anytime center would drop this pawn, you know, it doesn't benefit them, so they decided I'm gonna play a better move. Gonna counterattack. Counterattacking is a good thing. We talked about it on Thursday. Attack is attacking. Being in the attacking side is better than being on the defensive side, because you have advantage of tokens, because you have advantage of pressure, as long as the attack is not impossible attack, yeah? Yeah, they could use the edge, but you can see the game becomes really rapid, and the edge really doesn't matter at this point. What matters is the king's head, yeah? So here, for example, we had this pawn push, and then rook comes here, so all the pieces will be looking here. This one doesn't matter so far. This bishop will be activated as well, so maybe. But remember, you want to capture the king, not the edge. Oh, just an option. Yeah. It's always an option indeed. Okay, pawn takes. Bishop finally activated. Both bishops are activated. Probably sent again more on this exchange. Pawn drop. If silver takes, I think pawn drop will be quite nice to like block the bishop 310. You know, so for example, this would be a nice move. The problem is like this is a little bit of a concern, but this is the end game, yeah. The end game, quite interesting. Yeah, pawn drop is too slow. Definitely, I think it's too slow. I think pawn push is a good counter here. Okay, if we push this pawn, maybe the lance will come in. So that's the threat. But I think blocking the bishop is very important here. We really would like to have this pawn like attacking here. Yeah. So now all sentence pieces will get activated. I'm not sure about this for Gote. He took the pawn. Sente has the initiative. You know, taking this lance over here, it doesn't matter at this point, I believe. It will be a little bit slow. A pawn drop is something I wanted to try, but I'm pretty sure it's a little too late. Silver drop 5-5 would be very troublesome, so I think, yeah, taking is the only option. But Santa looks really a bit happy with this knight being activated. And yeah, Kafetok is drawing a great line here. Rook to 7-4 might be a very strong counter. Yeah. It's still not decisive. Like Santa doesn't have like this punch. Oh, the king gets closer to the danger. That's quite interesting. I mean, it's the only piece that can protect the edge, but getting closer to the edge means we have this pawn drop. Rook takes, perhaps? Or pawn drop on free? Free, alright. So, knight takes, I think at this time would be... we won't take it simply, because we want to attack the 1 free point. Both are 7 down, but Santa seems having it easy. No, again, because attacker is favored, right? Defending is difficult. So Santa is doing whatever they want so far. Gotha needs to survive somehow. Here, like, we have to drop something like a lance or like early escape. Early escape, I think Rook would promote. Bishop promotion, we have to drop 2-4 silver on 1-1 lance, something like that. Oh, pawn drop here. Okay, that's an option as well. Blocking the piece. I mean, we could force Rook promotion, but we don't want to use too many pieces to achieve it, yeah? So we're gonna probably keep the Rook. No, we're missing a pawn. It would be really nice to have a pawn here to continue attack. Knight drop is something we would like to do, yeah. Knight drop here, yeah, that's also a possibility. I prefer to promote my Rook though. Yeah. This prioritizes the Rook promotion. Yeah, 1 free Rook promotion, the making a dragon. A very important thing to do. If the Rook will be stuck on the 4th row, it's gonna be nasty. Hello, Gaston! We have to continue blocking the Rook. Lance drop is possible, but... Yeah. So it's saying, I'm not scared of your dragon, I will survive. Okay. Or saying, I cannot defend forever. It's kinda eyeing this move, but I don't think it's gonna be in time, because Rook promotion, king runs, we promote this one. Yeah, Santa doesn't have a pawn, that's the problem. Still a problem, yeah? Always a problem. Yeah, so the horse check, as Cafe Talk is showing, as long as Gote doesn't have gold in hand, the king will survive. Now, Rook promotion, you know, it seems like a must, but it's not strong enough. Yeah, this Rook protection is very strong here. So this is what he's thinking now about follow-up move, yeah? What's the best follow-up move? We will end up giving the knight to the enemy. Eventually they will counter-attack. We need to set up a Hishi. Knight promotion, maybe gold stakes. Let's drop. The problem is the rook is still here, so I don't know what the lance drop is doing. Knight unpromotion probably is faster. So silver drop, trying to get more pieces and eventually promote the silver to 2-3. That's something that came to my mind as well. The problem is, again, we give a lot of pieces to the enemy, probably fine. This timing though, this is not a mate, so might be chance for counter attack here. Whenever we take the silver or not, I'm not sure, but... Take. And then we have to... I don't think we can defend silver drop. Yeah, the horse will die. So first we need a check, right? Check, and if it's blocked by gold, it's quite nice, so... Or here, I don't know. Yeah, we have to make a check. Gold drop is an option, but then we sacrifice it. Maybe if it runs, maybe we set up silver drop, he-she type of a deal. So yeah, here's the decision. We can only drop lands or the gold. The other side is not a mate, yeah? The rook is very strong piece. If we drop 4 free gold, it will look more likely. But for 4 free gold, we need 2 golds in hand, so yeah. Maybe silver drop will be a good follow-up move. Checkmate red, yeah. Threatmate, yeah. Silver drop 5-8, that's also a very interesting move, Hege. Maybe even better. It was probably even better. Pawn drop 3-2, 2 gold. King runs, take, run. Stuff like this may happen. King simply run, maybe there's 2-1 dragon. Quite, I think the worst move, maybe king for 2. Quite scary. But yeah, the enemy will have checkmate, so we cannot go too hard, yeah? So here again, 4 free gold would be great, but our king is checkmate red. If we drop 5-9 gold, I don't think center will win. Maybe... Oh, okay. Creating an escape route. It's working indeed. If we give them silver, that's gonna be scary. Knight drop to 7-7 would be one quick option to like secure 8-9 square. Yeah. Is it a mate? Oh, is it a mate? The bishop is there, right? Hey yo, TCF. How are you? King go down, right? Gold drop. Go up, okay. Take, drop. This mate, right? Or almost a mate, I'm not sure. Sacrifice everything. Take, knight drop. No, take, knight drop. Quite close, but not yet. Gold drop here. King runs would be the same variation as before, so assuming that he didn't choose king 8-9. We're gonna take it, and then what? Goto is playing quickly, yeah? Maybe targeting 7-5 knight drop? If king go down, it's a mate, so king has to go sideways or upwards. Probably 7-7, pawn drop will continue, king takes. Silver drop under the king, king 6-5, the horse will come in, king 5-4, and I don't see how it's a mate, but... Oh, yeah. Okay, directly king 7-6. Silver takes 6-5, king takes the knight is also possible. Or maybe dragon check here, no? Barely not a mate. Got the played fast, I thought they have confidence, but it doesn't seem working yet. Senda has a mate probably now, so very good surviving the hit here. For us it's not so hot today, so it's pretty nice, but yeah, I had better Saturdays. This week has been hard for some reason. But thank you for asking. Alright. King goes up, pawn drop. Maybe knight drop. 6-3 king. Yeah, knight drop is something I would expect. 8-3 rook looks like a chess technique where you delete the enemy horse. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. The horse is actually forking the king and a dragon. I think they're gonna take the dragon eventually. Yeah. So maybe king. Yeah, I think king 5-3 taking the dragon would be awkward if it's not a mate with so many pieces. Yeah, but here we have no continuation. Maybe pawn drop again. Maybe the rook check. Maybe a dragon check again, but I don't see. Yes, I'm playing around. Oh, you won't have a Tsume type of thing. I think that's going on here. And now my king is safe. Your king will die. What you gonna do? Type of situation, yeah. Knight drop, king to 1, king to 2 will be silver drop, king to 1 maybe. I would expect. King for 1 is mate, of course. King to 1, run up, to knight drop, then silver. There's a bishop on 6-8, you have to be careful. This knight drop, of course, means that the king cannot go sideways, so rook drop 5-2 with rook 2. 8-4 will mean this is checkmate. Okay, king went to 2-2. King 1-3 to avoid gold drop, to keep the horse, maybe. Silver drop again, king 1-4, perhaps, but then we have 2 gods, it would be a mate. Actually. If we're gonna take it, bishop drop, maybe it's a mate. If king runs here, we drop, mate, right? I'm really surprised I didn't see king to 1. Maybe pawn drop is not possible. If we take it, silver takes unpromoted, we have a bishop drop. Think it leads to a beautiful sequenced mate. Yeah, you just drop all the pieces. Yeah. Which Thomas? TCF? I know 2 or 3 Thomases actually. That's really nice to hear, thank you. So they came back to this position. Fafel, yes. Thank you. He's a great guy as well. Takes. So lance drop means king cannot run. No, silver drop, take this. No, it doesn't wait. Oh no, silver drop is a mate because of rook promotion. I see. So that was probably winning for Gote. It feels to me like the Gote is a kid or something. They play very quickly. They proposed lance drop. Neika proposes silver drop. Now that this was established, center was bad to begin with. So they're trying to find out a little bit further in the past what could have been done. So we thought that center was better, but actually king on 6 knight was in quite dangerous spot, right, already. So horse 3-7 was a very crucial move, it seems. Here again, it kind of stopped. This is really hard to approach with that rook over there and having no pawns, yeah? And standing for rematch, yeah. That was quite an interesting game, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, 2-1 king. So king being 1 square away, perhaps better. Yeah, this one survives too, I think. Barely. So because there's not Tsume, going for Hishi, showing that king has escape route in 3-6. So one move slower, center would win. So because he wins by even slower, this whole line will be winning for center, it seems. Very complicated game, like I didn't understand everything as well. Amazing watch. The bishop almost came on live. Yeah. Quite scary. Yeah, we could check that as well. We could check the evaluation. I'm quite curious. Not sure if we're... Ah, here it is. Yeah, we could take a look. I'll grab something to eat. So Santa is actually losing here. Yeah, so this server is kind of in a weird spot, yeah? It looked to me like Santa was winning here. I thought the rook is very active. But gold's for free was a good move. What if the rook comes here? Is the question. The horse is here, maybe we can use it, but... Lance drop? Yeah, this was a little bit dubious. And here's it became a little more equal, yeah? That one guy who was showing this move was amazing. So Lance, if we take it, how is it losing? It's quite similar. Basically, Gote will continue attacking, yeah? Okay. And here's the mistake. Defending was the correct answer. Defending without lance drop was even better, apparently. And here, this is a win for Gote. This is a mate. lance drop as they showed away. But this is still winning if a lance drop. Lance drop, bishop takes, pawn takes, gold takes, check. Oh. Okay, the dragon is gone. So got the wins, yeah. Similar idea, but they gave up too many pieces. Guys, if you ever felt inferior about how your game graph looks like, look at this 2-7 done game and this graph. It happens to everyone. Good one, Toad. Also, thank you for leaving the comment on the Discord. I noticed. I actually don't do much about hosting ladder. It's all other guys doing. I'm just having the server where they have their place. I don't really do much. I sometimes help when they have trouble, like arranging stuff, but other people work about it much more. Adune and Gregory, yeah. I like his avatar picture. (3-8), not 2-8. Interesting. This looks like a mistake. Bishop 4-4, it looks like a very weird move. This threatens this. Yeah, that's kind of weird development. So Sente having the bishop in hand might be a little bit favored. We will promote the rook. My biome is quite rough. Hello, Koshiro. How are you? Still having the server to advertise. Well, I hope I'm of use and my server is of use. I was thinking, like, compared to like 2 years ago, we had nothing. It's quite a like lively server we've built. I found it really cool. Someone is panicking. Yeah, I don't know what Gotha will do with that bishop. Rook exchange will favor Sent a little bit because of 2-1 rook drop. But maybe 3-6 pawn drop. It's a nice counter. Two one rook silver takes pawn drop. 2-1 rook, maybe 3-1 gold will be defendable. 4-1 bishop is quite scary though. Yeah. Take the lance. Pawn drop 3-6, silver runs away. So knight is better. If silver runs, maybe sacrifice everything and drop 5-9 rook. Or just pawn drop, I see. Go down, right? If you go left, the rook drop is possible, so I think down. Sideways. Silver sacrifice, silver drop would be the most aggressive line. No, it's bishop drop, king runs. It would be quite heavy battle free. Yeah, taking feels safer, more natural. Oh, sacrifice, alright. So sacrifice would fork the king and the gold, but king can protect the gold, 4-8 king. But then you can sacrifice the rook on 3-9. So we have to drop the pawn here. We can take the gold. And then it's last chance for Sente to make some counter attack. Clans drop 3-5. How quick is it, yeah? I don't think this guy is a free done. Take the gold, dragon dies, bishop drop, not enough. But we force them to drop the silver. Pawn promotion, take the gold. Silver it takes, it will be pretty hard for Gote to have a... This, if 4-2 knight and gold takes, we're quite happy, right? So I think Gote is better here. And then the fork, you take the gold, you win, right? We have the knight, so unless 4-1 bishop, not enough, right? And then knight in hand, the 6-4 knight drop seems very painful. Or take additional silver. Oh, there is a dragon protecting here. That's actually something I missed. But, I mean, our king is surviving. Oh, that's very passive way. For one bishop. King runs. And then what? Silver drop, take everything, drop not enough, is it? Take, takes, not enough, right? So we could take it. But then the enemy king is it in mate. I'm pretty sure Gote has a mate, but for some reason they're playing passively. Sente doesn't have a mate, so... I mean, turtle means defense, so I guess that makes sense to play defensively. Just pretty sure that Gote had already a mate. Maybe it's a teaching game. Yeah, maybe it could be. King runs. We don't have any way to continue attacking. Dragon 1-1 would be the fastest way, or Lance 3-2. But that's basically inexistent. Here we have a mate. Yeah, 5-5 silver. I swear if he ran out of time again. I see the king around here, but anyway. It's a mate again. Bishop can take. Bishop can take. Bishop can... I don't understand. Cannot we survive here? I mean, honestly, a gold drop is a mate, but... Oh, but he can run here. I see. I mean, knight drop here looks better because it covers this line, right? Just... Yeah, I think there are many ways to win. But that last bishop doesn't take it. It's weird. I think it is a teaching game because they continue playing against each other. This is Joseki of Central Rukanaguma. Senta so far doesn't seem to go for a particular strategy apart from like waiting. So Anaguma will be finished. And Anaguma... Okay, now they're attacking. So the guard went under the bishop line, so it could be... Yeah. Tempting to sacrifice the bishop. Because golds are more important than bishops, yeah, in those openings. They're playing so fast though. Yeah, Maki is a player I played when I was in Kenshukai, and I don't think I was able to win against him. It says 4 dan, but he's like very, very strong. I think he was also in Kenshukai as well, if I remember correctly. So he plays really, really solid shogi. Or solid opening specifically. Okay, this gold seems to have a little bit of trouble. I don't think there's a way to save it. That's a problem. That's a really good move from Gote. So we just lost a whole bishop by giving up this gold. Because we were gold for bishop exchange, we lost the gold, we lost the bishop, yeah? Wow, for one horse. Going for 5-3 knight promotion. If Gote manages to sabaki the rook, that's gonna be winning for them because, as we said before, piece advantage like slow game, and piece advantage also means that you have advantage of piece activity. So currently, whatever trouble got ahead disappeared. So again, slow game favors the one with piece advantage, so Center tries to speed up. And now the question is, will Gote defend properly? This pawn drop will prevent pawn drop from Gote's side behind the knight on 1-3. Rook. You get the lance, right? Double lance attack on the Nagma's edge, attacking for 3 pawn, really nice. Defending everything. But again, wow, they're playing really quick. I don't know if it's a good sign or a bad sign. I think Gote is doing very well. They're trying to activate the knight on 5-3. So now they will be able to because Lance takes the silver knight promotion. So the game becomes a little bit unclear again. But silver drop. Wow. Lance drop 5-1. I don't know why he didn't promote the knights. 5-2 pawn drop. 5-1 Lance. Alright. Making it a little better, yes? Sacrificing the pawn in order to get Lance attack on the center. Yeah, so now that the dragon is gone from this line, silver takes is better, so I wondered why he didn't sacrifice it when the dragon was there. Kinda makes it easier for Gote to defend. The double lance, the problem is it's quite straightforward. So against strong opponent, might be too straightforward. Okay. It's still gold versus gold, exchange gold, drop, take gold. I'm quite amazed how Gote isn't really defending. They're like mixing the attacking moves into there. Again, maybe he should have defended everything first. Or maybe he's assuming that it's impossible. Which is a good thing to assume in shogi in general. Okay, now he's defending. It's still a very, very close game. I would imagine 5-3 bishop drop, but 3-3 horse, 3-1 bishop promotion. Silver drop to 2. And the castle is rebuilt. Yeah, rebuilding castle is one of those defensive techniques. Castle restoration, yeah. Very important life extension technique. So now that we push them back, question is how do we attack? We have 2 rooks. So rook drop on the back rank. Like a good idea. Oh, this is so winning for Gote. I have no pieces to attack right now. So they would try to survive, but we just abuse the horse. The horse is the most important piece for Sente. And now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now we delete this. Yeah, we just delete this. Now we can just win. 2-4 pawn. You have no power, God Sente. Your attack will be stopped now. Yeah, just eat up all the pieces and you win. I'm gonna eat after Hegemege. We will probably enter top 10 today, but the right isn't on yet, so it's quite sad. The right needed like a few hundred more marks. 1-6, knight is a check. Rook drop 1-8. Ooh. Fork. Ooh, fork. We have to promote the rook, yeah? But we're so winning. The Maki guy doesn't give up, eh? If the silver takes the rook, then we take the gold. Let's see, not escaping the rook is better indeed. Finally, yeah? Yeah, it's a nice thing to like play until the end to get a feel of the game. For example, we can notice until which point Kishida like stopped defending. Yeah, he defended, he attacked, but here he got a whole horse, so like he just stopped caring about material. He started eliminating the whole attack of Sente. Yeah, and once that's done, he can counterattack. So really nice thing we have observed here. Posture check, indeed. Yeah, our shadow war is 7.5. Yeah, I was quite surprised he dropped the silver instead of promoting the knight here. But maybe that was the same thing. Maybe lance drop when we just survive. Maybe. Okay, let's see one more game. We have a little bit of time left. We could watch Aono or... Yeah, we have only 2 7-dans currently. Pac-Man. Gote is holding pretty well. They have more pawns. 2 pawn advantage. So in the opening, pawn advantage is huge, yeah? Pawns means you are more or less enabled in a way, like you can attack more strongly, yeah? With 1 pawn, it's unlikely that Aono will find a strong attack. So he will be waiting to like borrow the pawns from the opponent. Like here, yeah? Dragon 2 for free would be nice spot for the dragon, yeah. This move is also strong because it threatens pawn drop next. It also threatens this, but I mean, not a big achievement to bring the horse back. We would like to maybe bring this silver up, but I prefer to... Oh, he played it. Yeah, Paula, that's not the right game. First of all, show me where is the h5. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I guess it fits. I mean, Atari is not a word we use. We say Hishatori, which means to capture. I don't know where the word Atari came from. The eyes, we talk about Teski, which is move up to the mate. So it kind of makes sense, but we're in the middle game, so not really. The kings are very alive still. Yeah, so Shibamiso needs to find some attacking idea. What's a good attacking shape, yeah? What's his strategy here? How to activate this silver? How to activate this knight? King means they can jump with the knight, I think. Yeah, and they also will be activating all the pieces which Gotte doesn't have yet, yeah? It's a nice pressure on the dragon. If it goes here, we're gonna capture this pawn. Spreading our advantage, yeah? So silver means we have pawn push, knight jump is the same. So probably need to put it, so great job. We immobilized, yeah, enemy dragon. I would assume Auna is going like here, so this is why I'm not fan of this move. This kind of indicates this flow of the game, right? Not like he can break through, but eventually. So yeah, I can predict silver knight, rook goes here. Maybe pawn drop, pawn takes, silver takes, pawn push. But then it's gonna give a lot of material to the enemy, and we didn't really break through. The edge is always point of issue in double swinging rook. You know, king takes means we expose the king, lance takes means we put the lance up, maybe we can later target it with the knight, stuff like this. But, as you see currently, there's a pawn there. The other option is, you know, they run here, they support it with the rook, they will be able to promote. Let's see how Anna defends it. Knight takes will be pawn drop, pawn drop, pawn drop type of deal. Pawn drop, pawn takes, pawn drop. Similar with lance, I assume. Lance, pawn takes, and here pawn push, attacking the lance, perhaps. King takes, we may feel like eager to like sacrifice a lance to drag the king out. Depending on the situation, that will be possible. Ataring the lance, yes. In this case, Apollo, that would be kinda an Atari. So now Aona is reading that. Should I allow them to take 1/6 or exchange? Or what am I going to do? Stuff like that. A really good attack from Gote. So it seems like all those variation lead to a piece loss. So king takes a son of a double. Pawn push is also pretty scary, yeah, because of lens. I think Gote, because Gote has an attack, again, attackers are favored in Shogi. I think it's pretty good. We could consider like some other moves, like in between moves, in order to make the position more engaged, like a pawn sacrifice on 4/5, open it up, because as Gote we wanna put as much fire as possible on the board, right? But once we go in, we're gonna go in. So, well, I'd say the moment we attack the edge, it's when we went in. But oh yeah. So pawn push means king can go back. We're gonna promote. Gold takes. You'd have to deal with this situation. Probably pawn push, gold up, silver up, something like that. Could be a possibility. But then again, we don't break through immediately. The rook is not used, so. But definitely it would make dent on the enemy's Yagura. Taking control over the crucial squares. But still, the question remains, how do we use the 3/3 silver and 2/1 knight, yeah? Without those, even though like we make the dent, we will need more support behind our attack. Silver 3/3 especially will be the piece we wanna take a look at. Maybe go slow, lens 1/3 and rook 1. In that case, king can go back. Maybe pawn 1/7 was one tempo too fast. What would you play instead is the question, Koshiro. Maybe rook 2/2, type of the deal. Infinity says pawn 1/7 again, correct. That would be quite interesting. Silver to 4, okay. Silver to 4. Putting more power, yeah, behind. Also makes sense. I mean, considering Sente's dragon positioning, I think, like, if Gote has minimal attack, that's already winning. Because Senta has none, yeah? But indeed, maybe there is a better way to make it stronger in power. If we had a knight in hand, knight 7-4 is possible, so we should keep that in mind. It's really nice time usage from Shiba. He used the main time, then waited in DPOME, and then played the move. So here we have to promote the pawn, as the situation will stabilize. Pawn drop 1-7 again might be an option, but... Okay, even more aggressive, that's interesting. Giving away a lot of pawns though. So we're happy to take it, yeah? Lance takes, horse takes, pawn drop, pawn promotion, gold takes. And then our start attack gets stopped, unfortunately. Here silver takes the pawn might be a considerable option. Silver takes to 6, lance takes lance, silver retakes. So that the head of Yagura keeps stable. Lance takes, horse takes was kind of numbers our dragon, but probably silver takes to 6. Silver takes to 6, pawn drop to 5, silver goes back, maybe a concern. Not activating silver knight are big issues in this position. For Gote, I agree. Like, our attack doesn't seem to have a punch, yeah? It's just the horse and the pawns, maybe the lance, so that's 3 pieces. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, I know this position is quite nice. You guys can watch it on 81 Dojo. But it's 7 o'clock and I have to make dinner. So, sorry about that. Maybe you can see 3 more moves, but I will see you tomorrow on the Keyful review. This is where you should upload it. It was nice having you here, especially people that exchange some thoughts about the game and the Keyful that we watched previously. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow, yeah? Bye bye!